Hello math learners! In this video, we will discuss about multiplying and dividing radical expression. We are done discussing about multiplying radical expressions. Now we'll be discussing about dividing radical expressions. Okay, in dividing radical expressions, we must follow the given property or the quotient property of radical. Okay, it states here that if the nth root of A and the nth root of B are real numbers, then B is not equal to 0, then the nth root of A all over the nth root of B can be expressed as the nth root of A all over B. We can use this property to divide expressions or radical expressions. Let's proceed to the problems. Okay, dividing radical expression. What is the simplest form of the quotient? Let's start in letter A. The square root of 18x raised to the exponent 5 all over the square root of 2x cubed. Okay, since fraction siya, okay, ma-apply natin yung quotient property. Okay, but kailangan muna nating tingnan yung index ng dalawang radical expression. Kapag the same yung index nila, we can apply the quotient property. Kapag hindi natin pwedeng ma-apply yung quotient property. Since kapareho silang square root, pwede nating i-apply yung quotient property. Okay, we can express the square root of 18x raised to the exponent 5 all over 2x cubed as the square root of 18x raised to 5 or exponent 5 all over 2x cubed. And then, ang next natin gagawin is to divide. 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. Then, x raised to the exponent 5 divided by x cubed is equal to, okay, 18 divided by 2 is equal to 9. Then, x raised to the exponent 5 divided by x cubed is equal to x squared. So, kapag i-divide natin yung 18x raised to the exponent 5 by 2x cubed, it will be 9x squared. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of x squared is x. So, the answer will be 3x. Then, let's proceed to the second example. The cube root of 162 y raised to the exponent 5 all over the cube root of 3y squared. Okay, since kapareho sila ng index, ang gagawin natin is i-apply natin yung quotient property ng radical. Okay, we can write it as the cube root of 162 y raised to the exponent 5 all over 3 squared. Okay, 162 divided by 3. Okay, the answer is, what do you think is the answer? The answer is 54. Kasi 54 times 3 is equal to 162. Then, y raised to the exponent 5 divided by y squared is equal to y cubed. Then, it will be cube root of 54 y cubed. Since yung 54 is not a perfect cube expression, ang gagawin lang natin is maghahanap tayo ng factor ng 54 na merong cube root. Okay, the factor of 54 na merong cube root is 27. So, we will express 54 as 27 times 2 times y cubed. Okay, separate natin. Okay, let's separate. Magiging cube root of 27 times cube root of 2 times cube root of y cubed. The cube root of 27 is 3. The cube root of 2, wala. The cube root of y cube is y. Then multiply, it will be 3y cube root of 2. So this will be the answer. Let's proceed to the problem number 5. It is all about rationalizing the denominator. What does rationalizing the denominator mean? Pag sinabing rationalizing the denominator, it means taking away the radical expression in the denominator. It is a rule in mathematics na dapat wala talagang radical sign sa denominator. Dapat talaga siya nanggalin. Okay, we have a sample problem here. What is the simplest form of cube root of 5x squared all over 12y squared z? Ang gagawin natin dito first is to separate 5x squared and 12y squared z. We will apply the quotient property of radical. We can express it as cube root of 5x squared all over cube root of 12y squared z. But how can we rationalize the denominator? Anong gagawin natin dito? Okay, to rationalize the denominator, maghahanap tayo ng number na kapag i-multiply natin sa 12, magiging perfect cube yung product. The same as dito sa y squared at z. Okay, what should we multiply to 12, okay, for us to get a product of a perfect cube number? Okay, the easiest way is to multiply 12 squared. Kasi 12 squared times 12 is 12 cube. Then dito sa y squared, mag-multiply tayo ng y para maging y cube siya. At dito sa z, mag-multiply tayo ng z squared para maging z cube siya. Okay, we will multiply cube root of 12 squared. This is 12 squared. Y, then c squared. Kung ano yung i-multiply natin sa denominator, dapat din i-multiply natin yan sa numerator. Okay, multiply the numerator 12 squared. Y, then z squared. Okay. Then multiply. It will be cube root of 5x squared times 12 squared y is z squared. Then dito sa denominator, it will be cube root of 12 y squared z times 12 squared y z squared. This is z squared. Okay. Dito tayo sa numerator first. Okay, 5 times 12 squared. 12 squared is equal to 144. Times 5, it is equal to 720. Then x squared times y times z squared is x squared y z squared. All over, it will be, okay, 12 times 12 squared is 12 cube. Okay, hindi na natin siya i-evaluate. Okay, 12 cube na lang ilagay natin. Y squared times y is y cube. Z times z squared is z cube. So, yung denominator, okay, perfect cube na sila lahat. Okay, copy the denominator. It will be, okay, 720 x squared y z squared all over. Okay, what is the cube root of 12 cube? Okay, 12. Kasi maka-cancel yung 3. The cube root of y cube is y. The cube root of z cube is z. Okay, and this will be the answer. Okay, hindi na natin masisimplify yung 720 kasi walang factor ang 720 na merong cube root. Okay, this is how we rationalize the denominator. Okay, this will be the final answer. cube root of 720x squared y z squared all over 12yz.